Hello friends, welcome to our channel Knowledge Amplifier, and this is our second video tutorial on linear regression, one of the most useful and widely used but very simple machine learning algorithm. Okay, so what we do in linear regression, we have some data point in two-dimensional plane. We try to find out best fit straight line in that plane for all those data points. Okay, so we have assumed that our straight line equation as y equal to mx plus c, where m is the slope and c is the intercept. Here we have taken a naught plus a1x, where a1 is the slope and a naught is the intercept, right? And we have came up with one equation of a1 and a naught, where a1 is nothing but n into summation over I equal to 1 to n xi multiplied by yi minus of summation over I equal to 1 to n xi summation over I equal to 1 to n yi by n into summation over I equal to 1 to n xi square minus of summation over I equal to 1 to n xi whole square. These two terms, don't confuse, these two terms are different. In the second term, we are taking first sum of all the x coordinates of our data point and then we are squaring. But in this particular first term, first we are taking individually square of all the x coordinates of our data point, then we are summing and then we are multiplying with n. Okay, two different terms. So this is the expression of a1 and this is the expression of a naught, which is basically our intercept, that is average of all the y coordinates of our data point minus of a1 into average of all the x coordinates of our data point. So if we are able to calculate a1, then it is very easy to compute our a naught, okay, because we can directly get a naught from a1 itself. Now let us try to figure out this particular equation, whether this particular equation have some relation with the concept what we have already covered in our previous videos, that is with correlation and covariance. Okay, so let us go to that PDF. So before going to that, let us have a look on another expression of our SD or standard deviation. So suppose standard deviation of x, sigma x, that is nothing but root over of sigma x square, that is square root over of variance, right? That we simply write root over of summation over xi minus x bar whole square by n, that is average of total square distance, average of square distance of each data point from the mean position. That is what is our variance, and then if we take the square root, we get the standard deviation. Now this is a minus b whole square. Simply expand this as a square minus 2ab plus b square and you will be getting this, that is summation over inside parenthesis xi square minus of 2xi into x bar plus of x bar square whole by n. Now take individual component and you will be getting this. Okay, what is this? Summation over xi square by n, okay, minus of 2 summation over minus 2 is constant, so it is coming outside of the summation, minus of 2 summation over xi into x bar by n, okay, plus of x bar square. Okay, and now you may think, why x bar square by n I have not written, right? Because the reason is quite simple. See, summation over x bar square, where x bar is what? X bar is average of all the x data point, which is basically one constant. So x bar square will come outside of the summation. So summation of 1 will remaining inside that, right? Summation of 1 is n, and in the denominator also n is present. So numerator n and denominator n will cancel each other. So you will be having x bar square. So I hope after simplification we can get this one. You can easily understand this. And then see here, this particular term, summation over xi into x bar. Here also x bar is constant, so you can keep this outside with 2. So you can write like this. Same equation, just I have taken x bar outside. Now summation over xi by n, this is again nothing but x bar only, right? Because average we are taking. So we can write like this, root over of summation over xi square by n minus of 2 into, see here one x bar was present and this is summation over xi by n, this is another x bar. So it will be x bar square and here plus x bar square is present. So now minus of 2 x bar square plus x bar square will be minus of x bar square. So basically the standard deviation, another expression is this one, that is root over of summation over xi square by n minus of x bar square. Okay. Similarly, standard deviation of y can be written as root over of summation over yi square by n minus of y bar square, like that. Okay. Alright. So what is the covariance formula? You know, covariance of xy equal to summation over xi minus x bar into yi minus y bar by n. Generally, if we take population data set, we take n. If it is sample data set, we take n minus 1. But no problem in that. Both way you can derive and get the same result. Now, if you expand the numerator term, you will be having this one, summation over xi yi minus of x bar into summation over yi. Why? Because x bar is constant, it will come outside of the summation and we will be getting this one. Okay. Then next one, minus of y bar into xi. So minus y bar again come outside of the summation. So minus of y bar into summation over xi, and then here this particular term will be x bar y bar minus minus. So this will be basically summation over x bar y bar. Okay, which is nothing but x bar y bar into n. Here I forgot to write n value, sorry. So it will be basically x bar y bar into n. Why? See, summation over x bar y bar. So x bar y bar is constant, that will come outside of the summation. So summation over 1 is n. So summation over x bar y bar is nothing but x bar y bar into n. Now if you just split this, you will be having summation over x y, summation over xi yi by n minus of x bar into summation over yi by n, that is again y bar. Okay, then minus of y bar summation over xi by n. Summation over xi by n is x bar, so this will be also x bar y bar, and here this term was actually x bar y bar into n, as I have told you. Sorry for this mistake, I forgot to write n. So here one n was there, so n and this n will cancel each other and you will be having x bar y bar, right? So you will be having this equation after simplification, that is covariance of x comma y equal to summation over x I yi by n minus of x bar y bar. This can be also written. Now what is correlation coefficient? You know, covariance of xy by standard deviation of x multiplied by standard deviation of y. That is nothing but can be written like this, summation over xi yi by n minus of x bar y bar, which we have achieved from this, and then by root over of summation over xi square by n minus x bar square into root over of summation over yi square by n minus of y bar square. This is nothing but this equation which I have derived here. Okay, so this is another expression of correlation coefficient. Now see, our correlation coefficient, we have got this one, right? From here I have just taken the same one, right? We have got this one. Now what we can do, we can make some simplification. Multiply n square with both numerator and denominator. What you will get here, if you multiply n square, this n square and n will nullify each other and only n will remaining. So n summation over xi yi minus of n square, this x bar y bar can be written as summation over xi by n, summation over yi by n. And similarly here multiply n square in the denominator also. And I have written the same denominator, that instead of x bar square we can write summation over xi by n whole square. Similarly y bar square we can write summation over yi by n whole square, right? So see, the numerator term as it is, there is n summation over xi yi minus of summation over xi yi, summation over yi. Why? Because this n and this n square are cancelling each other, right? And then observe what I have done in the denominator. Very important. Okay, see, basically I have just taken LCM of this equation and this equation. So if you take LCM, this part is n square and this is n. Similarly this is n and this is n square. So basically n square will be remaining after taking LCM in the denominator of this term, right? So if you take LCM, here one n will come, so you will be getting n root over of n summation over xi square minus of summation over xi whole square, and here root over of n summation over yi square minus of summation over yi whole square. There was n square in this part and n square in this part. When they will come outside of the root over, they will come as individual n. These two n will become n square, they will cancel this n square. That's all. So we can have this correlation coefficient equation like this. Okay, so we have got our a1 value, that is the slope part equation like this, and our correlation coefficient is this one. See, there are some similarity. A1 coefficient was this one and correlation coefficient is this one. See, you can easily achieve the A1 coefficient if you multiply this term with the correlation coefficient. See why I am multiplying, let me explain. See here, in the numerator, n summation over I equal to 1 to n xi yi minus of summation over I equal to 1 to n xi summation over I equal to n I equal to 1 to n yi. Same thing present in correlation coefficient numerator also. But in the denominator, here it is present n into summation over I equal to 1 to n xi square minus of summation over I equal to 1 to n xi whole square, whereas in the correlation coefficient, inside root over this term is present and another term, this y term also present. So what we can do to cancel out this one, we can multiply one same y term in the numerator, and to make this particular, to remove this particular square root, we can multiply the same term in the denominator. Okay, so I hope you have understood why we have done like this. Now what is this term? Root over of n summation over yi square minus of summation over yi whole square by root over of n summation over xi square minus of summation over xi whole square. This term has some particular significance. Let us check. So sigma y by sigma x, let us try to calculate what is that. So what we have seen, sigma y formula from here, the sigma y or standard deviation of y can be written as root over of summation over yi square by n minus of y bar square. So that's what we have used here. Okay, see, sigma y by sigma x is nothing but root over of summation over yi square by n minus of y bar square by root over of summation over xi square by n minus of x bar square. Now the y bar and x bar you can write as summation over y by n and summation over x by n, and we will be getting this one. Then take LCM in numerator and denominator, you will be getting this one, right? N square will be coming, so you will be having root over of n summation over yi square minus of yi whole square by n square by root over of n summation over xi square minus of xi whole square by n square. This n square and this n square will cancel each other, and we will be having this term, that is root over of n summation over yi square minus of summation over yi whole square by root over of n summation over xi square minus of summation over xi whole square. This term is nothing but we are using here. Okay, so basically we can say this is nothing but sigma y by sigma x, and this is our correlation coefficient. So why we have multiplied this to get our a1? So we can conclude our a1 or slope formula for our linear regression is nothing but correlation coefficient multiplied by standard deviation of y by standard deviation of x. Very important formula, and that is this one. A1 equal to correlation coefficient into standard deviation of y by standard deviation of x, right? And what is A0? Once you calculate A1, already I have shown you the coding for correlation coefficient and standard deviation. Now as you calculate A1, simply you can calculate the A0 using this particular equation, that is mean of y minus of A1 into mean of x. That's all. In my next video I will be showing coding using this one, right? So this is all for my this video. Thank you for watching.